The news is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Romney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon, Nail Spa and Barbershop, Tisley Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, and Digicel, simply more speed, reliability and entertainment. Now, while Christmas of 2022 looks promising in a celebratory way for some sections, the lovers of Boxing Day horse races and associated festivities are down in spirits, as according to President of the BVI Horse Owners Association, Mr. Lesmore Smith, it's not happening.
We knowing that for the Easter, for the festival, and for our Boxing Day, those are our three biggest celebrating races in the BVI horse racing. Those are our top days. Okay, we were able to run our August festival race, and just as we got it going, you just shut us down. We have our Boxing Day race in the next month away from now. We can't have it. It won't happen because the track have more grass than you see on the side of the road. And I am not going to spend my resources, and I said that clearly to the government, the people involved, and to my horse mate. I am not going to take my money anymore because we had to take all of the surface up the last time, sift the whole sand, and replaced it. And it has a cost. Yes, we get some little help from people in the community, not government, people in the community. But then it is not good when people donate their time, their services to see things happen for us as a community, and then they just gone again.
Mr. Smith shared this with JTV on Monday, November 21, 2022, when he said the conclusion came following a recent conversation with Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Wheatley.
Kathy, the last information I got, I had a conversation yesterday, dialogue with our Premier. And as far as that dialogue is, thing hasn't yet been settled. Still, the AG's office to do their part and to see how we can reach some mutual agreement.
It was on September 8, 2022, the government advised against the use of the track by anyone, and that included the Horse Owners Association. This was due to a legal issue between the government and the Thomases, who owns a small portion of the land. Subsequent information then came from Premier Wheatley detailing the situation. However, to date, no further word has been forthcoming from government, and with yet another season for the sport just around the corner, Mr. Smith is speaking up.
Looking at what it is, I believe as a BVI lender, and we say we have the spirit of BVI love. Despite all that, the owners of the track should have had a little more compassion for the whole sport of the father. The track is named after the father, Ellis Thomas Downs. And I understood that the track has been paid for, and it has to be disputed, and somebody who knows better would say. That check has been paid for up until February next year. And my thing is, if you already pay for something, then you should have use of it. And I am not here to tell the people the value of their land and what they should do with their land. I'm just saying, knowing that it is named after your father. This is what he loved. This is why I grew up 30 years going to Seacoast Bay. This is what I grew up around Mr. Thomas and those people knowing about horse racing. I mean, work the kinks out later. During the process. But don't just shut the whole thing down that Virgin Islanders, not only Tortola, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John, Virgin Islanders love. I mean, we went as far as we had Antigua participate in the BVI before in horse racing. And having the conversation with the Antiguans, the Dr. Twait, that has the horses in Antigua, he expressed, where the people from Aruba wanted to come for us for Christmas. And we just kill the whole sport. We take away all the things that we love. It seems to me like when it comes to the BVI and BVI landers, we're not supposed to have anything that we enjoy. I mean, we've been through the hurricane, we've been through COI. We're just having, for August, our first, real good race since then. We had the governor from St. Thomas, the governor from Tartola, all the government officials. It was an exciting day. And we had one plan thereafter. And we came, the horses from St. Thomas was here. We wanted to run the race. We was not allowed to run the race. I begged and I pleaded, no, you're not allowed to. And I mean, it's just, how could you tell me you love your country and want to see your people suffer even more through all these other pieces? I mean, the only little fun activities for people like myself and other senior citizens and the young people just getting involved is to come down and socialize and have a good time. We throw that out the door. So what we're asking people to do, and I am not in any way, as I said, discrediting the Thomas's family because it's their property, but at the least they should have been more lenient with us, more compassionate with us, at least to get things going. At least let us run our traditional races, since in fact I have heard that they've been paid up until February next year. But I want the public to know I've done my best. I've gone beyond my best to make sure and to keep horse racing alive in this country. And for right now, it's heartbreaking to see what happened to us after we have invested all that we done and make sure that we were trying to make the sport our national sport. It's not a sport that just came about. As I said, 30 years from 1992, I've been going to see Cows Bay Horse Track. 30 years ago. And it's not about me. It's about the other persons that spend their money. And there's nothing to do with it. There's no outlet. They have the horses, they have to feed them.
And according to Mr. Smith, while the grass is green and no sight of an end to the legal battle, horses are starving, literally.
It's not because I love horse racing. A lot of people in the Virgin Islands love horse racing. And if you look at what we had August Tuesday, you can see a lot of people love horse racing. And the younger folks right now are more getting involved because we had a number of young men. They team up and they were getting involved to go get their horses and come and participate. And it's sad for them because some of them have the horses down there, nothing doing with it. They have to feed it every day, and it's a costly project. A horse is like a baby in a cradle. If you don't look at the child, there's no way the child can help itself. And that's the way a horse is. You have to constantly, every day, twice a day, looking after that horse, feeding, cleaning up after it. It's an expensive project. And for right now, they're not even exercising because we can't exercise them. They can't go on the track, period. Because it's not like they can go on the track and you can turn around like a cat, go the other way, and turn around like a cat, go the other way. Because horse learn through repetition. I go in this direction and it's for a purpose. So when race day come, I know that's what I have to do. So they learn through that process. So they can't, tell themselves, okay, I have to reach that point and turn back and go. No. So if you do that, have them go in one way. Some people recommend, why don't you use them where you can use? No, you can't do that, Kathy. Because race day, when the horse gets to that point, he's going to think I have to turn and go back the other way. So you know what happened? Everybody running everybody over because I'm going opposite direction as I reach this direction. So they don't work that way. So that's the situation.
And to the parties involved, Mr. Smith appealed.
My word to the Thomas family, as entrepreneurs, as indigenous Beaverlanders, reconsider, give us a chance to keep what your father has pledged a whole lot of his time, services to this country, seeing horse racing run and stayed alive until he departed this life, rest his soul in peace. And to the government, be in charge, take the mantle, make a decision, make a call.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.